They put handcuffs on me right in front of my own house. 3 police cruisers parked on the curb, 40 neighbors recording with their phones, and I was being accused of making threats I never made. And the insane part. It all started with a fake HOA contract my wife refused to sign. That's the moment I realized the people running our community weren't just overstepping, they were predators. And the day my wife flashed her federal badge, everything turned upside down, and the so-called HOA queen finally choked on her own lies. My name's Joseph Taylor. I'm 38, a Marine veteran who left the service after 8 years because my body had finally had enough. My wife Julie and I thought we were making a fresh start in Maple Creek, a quiet suburban neighborhood where the biggest noise was usually a lawnmower on Saturday morning. We chose this place for one specific reason: no HOA. No self-appointed overlords policing the color of our curtains or where we parked our truck. That peace lasted all of 3 months before she showed up. Her name was Gloria Sanchez, the self-proclaimed president of a newly formed HOA. She walked up my driveway in a tailored blazer, like she was a senator, sunglasses perched on her head, a folder tucked under her arm. She handed me documents stamped with what looked like a federal seal, demanding $1,800 a year for something she called the Veteran Oversight Program. At first I thought maybe she was legit. Maybe the township had changed rules while we weren't looking. But then I noticed the details. The font was off the QR code linked to some shady website, and the language looked like it was stitched together by a high schooler who once Googled legal terms. I tried to point it out, but she cut me off with that voice, dripping superiority. "Mr. Taylor, rules are rules. You're a veteran, aren't you? Surely you, of all people, know how important compliance is." Before I could respond, Julie stepped onto the porch. She had that look, calm, steady, but sharp enough to cut glass. She flipped through the papers, asked Gloria point blank what federal statute authorized this program. Gloria's smirk slipped for half a second. She mumbled something about new initiatives and stormed off heels, clicking on the pavement like a gavel. I thought maybe that was the end of it. I was wrong. A few weeks later, I got called into the office at work. They said an anonymous report accused me of being unstable, unfit for my role, citing PTSD. Just like that, I was out. No warning, no appeal. That same evening, Gloria showed up again, this time with a pitying smile and a payment plan brochure. "Times are tough for veterans," she cooed, "but the HOA takes care of its own." I could feel my blood boil. It was like she was orchestrating my downfall just to tighten the leash. And it wasn't just her. A neighbor named Linda Carter, who used to wave at us while watering her roses, started showing up unannounced, asking prying questions about our finances, warning us it was easier to go along with Gloria. Everywhere I turned, I felt eyes on me. That's when the doubts crept in. I'd sit at the kitchen table staring at those fake invoices, wondering if maybe I was the problem. Maybe I really was dragging Julie into something unwinnable. I even told her one night, maybe we should just sell the house and get out before this ruins us. For the first time since we married, I saw hesitation in her eyes. And then she told me the truth. She wasn't just a bookkeeper. She was a county fraud investigator working undercover. The air left my lungs. I felt betrayed, humiliated. My marriage, was that even real, or was I just some assignment? I slammed my fist on the table, shouting that I'd been lied to by everyone, even her. Julie didn't flinch. She laid down a thick folder of her own. Inside were photos, bank transfers, testimony. Gloria wasn't just harassing us, she was running a veteran scam network across 3 townships, funneling money through fake HOAs. And Linda? She was on the payroll. I stared at those documents, my anger shifting into something else: clarity. I wasn't crazy. I wasn't paranoid. We were the latest targets in a long line of victims. Julie said if we don't stop her, she'll just move on to the next veteran. That was the turning point. I told her, "Then let's finish this." Together we started gathering evidence. Julie had surveillance logs, emails, even recordings of Gloria coaching her inner circle on how to pressure families. At the public pool, Julie caught Linda red-handed phone buzzing with payment notifications right after she confronted me about being a danger to the community. We had everything. All we needed was the right moment. It came on a humid Saturday afternoon. Gloria called 911 claiming I had threatened her, waved around one of her forged documents, and demanded police remove me for psychiatric evaluation. When the cruisers pulled up, neighbors flooded the street, cameras rolling. The officers approached cautiously, hands near their belts, while Gloria shouted, "He's unstable. He's a veteran with PTSD. He needs to be taken in." For a moment I thought it was over. I could feel the cold metal of the cuffs click around my wrists, the humiliation of being paraded in front of everyone. My stomach dropped. But then Julie stepped forward, her voice cutting through the chaos. "Officers, I'm Special Investigator Julie Taylor, County Fraud Division. Those documents are forgeries." She pulled her badge from her jacket and held it high. Silence. The officers froze. One took the papers from Gloria, examined the sloppy seal, the nonsense statute numbers. His brow furrowed. "Ma'am, where did you get these?" Gloria stammered, her face blanching as neighbors murmured. Linda tried to back away into the crowd, but Julie had already forwarded the payment logs to the officer's tablet. The whole con unraveled right there on the lawn under the blistering sun with everyone watching. The cops uncuffed me, turned to Gloria, and read her rights. The woman who had strutted around our neighborhood like a dictator now looked like a cornered animal, mascara streaking down her cheeks. Neighbors who once feared her now whispered angrily, filming every second. Linda trembled beside her, her phone lighting up with one last incriminating notification she couldn't silence in time. They led Gloria away, wrists bound her high heels, sinking into the grass. And just like that, the queen of our fake HOA was dethroned not by force but by her own greed exposed under daylight. I didn't cheer, I didn't smile. I just stood there breathing, feeling the weight finally lift. Some predators hide behind titles, rules, and fake authority. But paper crowns burn fast when the truth hits them.